Hey, if anything does happen, this is something that's proven that it's gonna save your life, and we wanna make sure that you get home safely to your family. My name's Daniel Patterson. I'm the Director of Safety at Western Express. One of the things we wanted to impact were the accidents that we would have, and AI cameras were really the next logical step, right? When you look back at the other cameras that were provided by the OEM, it's very reactionary. But let's try to capture the behavior that leads to it so that we can prevent those events. We reduced about 20% on the overall number of unsafe driving violations. Some of the things that we had the biggest impacts on were seatbelt violations. We had over a 50% reduction in those violations. And then in addition to that, you're able to understand what happened in the event at the time of the event, right? When we look at rollover accidents, when we just look at what is the cost for the equipment and the recovery of that equipment, not even factoring cost for the driver or anything else, which can be astronomical, right? We're looking at a minimum of $250,000 at least for every one of those events. When we look at that cost savings, that's where we had the biggest opportunity in making an impact to our business. It's almost a 75% reduction in the number of events year to date. And again, each one of those is extremely costly. It's also a very dangerous accident for our drivers. So being able to do that, it makes a huge impact both in the business and for the driver. But also we're seeing impacts in the driver behavior, and whether that is distracted driving, fatigue driving. I think from an AI standpoint, those are the things that made the biggest impacts in our fleet. I think the technology is fantastic, right? We came to Motive with a problem. We said, hey, we want to eliminate these accidents where our driver can't find a safe place to park at night and they may choose to park on the side of the road. Didn't really know what the solution could be, but knew that with AI and the capabilities that Motive already had, that it was certainly capable of developing it. Since that's been developed, again, putting that process in place to engage with the driver, get them to a safe location. There's a reason why every trucking association and FMCSA and multiple other federal agencies are trying to address safe parking for trucks. And when you look at those accidents, it's something going 70, 80 miles an hour, making contact with 80,000 pounds, and it's a life-changing accident. To be able to identify that there's an unsafe parking event, and then we have, implemented some automated processes to message and text that driver. It really shows the partnership with Motive, right? You take the sitting duck AI and being able to build that out. That's something that we look for no matter who that partnership is with, right? Is that we want to be able to say, hey, we have this issue, how can we help solve it? And with Motive, whether it's the unsafe driving violations, the accidents, or being able to make an impact in unsafe parking, just coming to Motive with, hey, here's an issue that we have, can you help us in solving it, and really having that collaborative partnership is extremely beneficial for us.